Hey, hi. Welcome back to my channel. And today we have Aashay Dubey to this channel, Curious PM, right? And it's my pleasure to introduce Aashay Dubey, an alumnus of IIT Kharagpur. And he is working as a consultant at ZS Associates. And I believe, whose insights would be very helpful for all the audience here who would like to, would like to pursue MBA or maybe, want to get into consulting role or a product management role. We have Aashay Dubey, and I would just like to give a chance to Aashay Dubey to introduce himself once again. And in case I missed something, Aashay, yeah, over to you.
Hi, Ashish. Thanks for having me first. It's a pleasure to be on your channel. I've been listening a lot about this, and I was very curious. We've been talking about me coming on your podcast, and
Yeah,
now this is the time. So thanks for having me. Yeah, and I think you covered most of the part where I did my MBA from IIT Kharagpur, and I'm currently working as a consultant at ZS. So it's been a great journey, and I believe that is an introduction that most MBA aspirants would need. We
yeah,
can talk about more as we go along. Yeah, thank you.
yeah. So yeah, that's great, Aashay. So one of the thing I would like to just to introduce or maybe just begin this podcast is I just wanted to know that can you just walk us through your decision making process when you transitioned from engineering to pursuing MBA? Like what all factors which actually influenced your decision? Okay, now it's time to get into the MBA, and what was your experience at that point of time when you were transitioning or actually went to for the MBA?
Yeah, so initially I did not have this hunch, to pursue an MBA because we doing an engineering degree. It's quite obvious that I got a job into Infosys, and I was not pretty sure whether to be really frank, I was not pretty sure whether I'll be doing an MBA at first. So initially when I joined Infosys, I was totally not looking to do MBA, but as I transitioned into my role, as I grew into my role at Infosys, where I worked as a like to give you some background, I worked as a senior systems engineer at Infosys for around 2.5 years, and post which I did my MBA from Vigisom, and that is when I transitioned my career into consulting. So having this background, initially I did not have much interest, or I did not have much inclination towards MBA because being from a tech background, getting the job in development or
Yeah,
IT front was something which I was pretty happy about. But as I moved into the role, as I grew into the role, what I saw is that the business knowledge which I would like is not pretty obvious, or I do not have that much experience or exposure, and that is the time it just struck me that I'll have to pursue my higher education, and that is where things started to move.
yeah, that's that's great, Akshay. Like that it is something definitely like sometimes whenever I heard that it is my like from my childhood dream to do MBA, like that's not happens, right?
Yeah.
Like people, everything gets evolved, and then you get that visibility. Okay, now it's time. Why exactly I need it? So yeah, definitely. Like I think that's how anyone should choose. If he wants to go for the MBA or MTech, right?
And
So
I think it would be same for most of aspirants on your channel, even with you for that matter. So
exactly.
I don't think it is just once you do your engineering, it comes to you that after this I'll be doing my MBA. Rather, I would do my MBA or MS into this field, because your one thing what I think is your job gives you is that it gives you enough visibility into the roles you want to target, and whether MS or MBA would be the right thing. And so, yeah, rightly spoken about how you chose, either you or both of them have chosen it that way.
Yeah, yeah. And Akshay, like when I interacted with you, I got since like I got to know that you left your stable job to prepare for CAT, right? And that requires a lot of courage and determination. So what exactly motivated you to take that leap, right? And how did you manage the challenges along the way, right? Like leaving the job and stopping a source of income, right? And that's really, it takes a lot of guts to take that decision. So what exactly motivated you about it to take that decision?
Yeah. Once now that I think about it, it was not a great decision of sorts because it was a risky one. But given the fact that I made it to one of the esteemed MBA colleges, that is a separate part. But at that point in time, when you think about it, leaving your job when preparing is a stupid move, I would say. And I really would not suggest anyone do that. So talking about my strategy at that point in time, I had around about 2.5 years of experience, and
Mhm.
that is the sweet spot, right, Ashish? When you
Yeah, yeah,
because most of you would know that most
yeah,
of
yeah,
MBA colleges require 2 to 3 years of experience, and I had that much, and I had that vision to I had to do my master's MBA in that particular year. So it was a calculated move, but
yeah,
thankfully it played off. But I would not suggest anyone do that. But having said that, my thinking at that point in time was I have most of the points there. I would focus on my cat, and I had a gig job. My by my past experience that I have a passion into teaching. So I've done I took up roles into teaching, taught mathematics, statistics to multiple people. So leaving a job and sitting home is not recommended. And as I moved out of my role, I had much too much free time, and that is where I utilized into teaching people and doing NGO work. So this is how I to build my career. So to students, I would say, if you have if you are deciding to leave your job, have some, because you'll have lot of free time. So take that opportunity to build towards your career goals, or what you would add in your resume points.
yeah, yeah. That really, makes sense, Ashay. That like you left your job, but you did something which really helped you later in your MBA applications, right? Like, and you find the synergy between your teaching teaching interest. That is something what quite in line, because it helps you for your preparation also, right, at the same time. So that's really a very great fit, and very, strategically it's very a nice move, right, from you. Like, though you left the job, but you actually, and with that you even diversify your profile, right, which most of the MBA colleges look for, especially the top ones. Okay, that's really cool. Shay. Like, let's move further with this in this
Yeah,
podcast.
I'll just like to add, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely, this is a good move, but I would again not suggest
yeah,
anyone do that
yeah.
because things can go haywire.
Correct.
Because you can control only what is in your control. So
Exactly.
please do not leave
Yeah, yeah. That's great.
until and unless it is very much required.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can go ahead.
Okay. So what were some of the key insights or skill, that you have gained during your MBA journey at IIT Kharagpur, and how exactly it contributed in your current role at ZS, right? So could you just give us some overview, or some insight, like what exactly MBA helped you in that direction?
Yeah, so initially I had few calls from the new IIMs and also IIT Kharagpur, VG So initially you might even I had discussions with you which one to choose and which one to not. So I chose MBA from Vijayasom IIT Kharagpur only for one reason, that we were from a technical background, and I think IIT Kharagpur will help us hone in a way that we put good use to the technical skills we have gained, and also had a MBA or a management flavor to it, and that was the only reason. And
Mhm. Yeah.
to actually take that move to IIT Kharagpur without much disregard to any of the colleges I did not choose. So that is one thing. The second thing is now talking about the skills I gained is that we have multiple courses in finance, operations, marketing, and and IT. So I chose courses which kept my vision or future goals aligned towards the IT segment, which is taking courses into data science, advanced analytics. So
Exactly.
this is the base I built at VGSOM, and on top of it there were multiple management courses into finance, which included corporate finance, multiple operations courses. So that is how the MBA degree helped me. So it to give a flavor of it, it actually helped me gain on my technical knowledge, and also applied a a layer of
Yeah.
management skills to it. So and the most important thing which I gained from my MBA was task management skills, because passing the first semester was a nightmare. So all of this actually contributed to where I wanted myself to be after the 2 years, and exactly after the 2 years I got into consulting, which requires you to be a uh, you have it requires you to have skills into multiple domains, because you never know which kind of client you would be working on.
Yeah, yeah, and especially like in consulting route, every 6 months the project gets changed, right? And you completely get into a different domain and different problem, right? So I think that's where the MBA gives that diversity, no diversification of knowledge as well as ability to basically catch up anything, right? So that's I
Yeah.
pretty much very much resonates with the MBA curriculum, definitely, yes. Yeah,
Yeah, but one more thing, right? To add on this, basically, if you are looking to be a master of all kind of a thing, MBA would not be a right thing to do. That is what MS is for, where you
yeah,
want to master into a particular trait or particular degree. MBA would give you a flavor of everything, and that is what is required in the
exactly.
industry.
Correct, correct. Especially in the consulting role, that's
Consulting, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, Akshay, like looking back at your journey so far, like what advice would you give to your younger self, or maybe those who are considering the similar career transition paths, right? Like, what do you wish you had known earlier in your career?
Mm, I would say like one is if I had to give myself an advice, I would say that please do not leave your job before you want to transition. Have a safe option before you actually have converted any of the colleges which you are targeting. And also, so this is one thing I had already talked about. If I had to give another piece of advice, is that you do not require 6 hours of study each day. So you require only 2 hours of consistent efforts in the right direction, and you will be there. So I don't think you need too much effort, and on a rigorous effort, so to say. So you can manage all of this, and you can have a pretty relaxed kind of
Yeah,
the preparation journey. So two pieces of advice here. Do not stress too much, because I used to stress a lot,
yeah,
because I had left my job. So naturally that was something which added the pressure. And secondly, also have a safe option before you, because having the safe option, always have that option to switch to a new job,
exactly.
and you can try another time, so that does not add more of a pressure onto you.
Yeah, yeah. And I think I just read between your thoughts, that when you talked about it's not about working or reading 6 hours a day, but it's more about doing 2 hours a day, right? So it's more of also about the consistency. Like the
Correct.
husband should be consistent. Like even if he's getting 2 hours of concentrated study, it is something they need it to do it day in and day out, like every day, right? Like that the
Correct.
consistency is also required there. Definitely, Asha, like all are like very valid points. But finally, like if like before I leave you from the podcast, like if you could share one piece of advice or life lesson that has been instrumental in shaping who you are today, and what would it be, right? Like, and how do you apply it in your to day life?
Like I learned this off late, is that you cannot plan 5 years, because in interviews you get this questions. Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? So you do not have to press too much, or you do not have to have a very great foresight of 5 years down the line.
Yeah,
So you can have, say, 2 years or 1 year. What you want to add to your skills, what you want to do in the next 1 year, 2 year. 1 or 2 years time span is too big a time span now these days. So have a clear line of thought. Not that you should have a very a, a set in stone kind of a thing, that I want to be here in 1 year, I want to be there in 2 years, then 5 years there, because life is not what you plan, it is what happens. So this is one advice I would give to all your aspirants, and take it as it comes along. So that
Yeah.
also that works for me.
Yeah, that's really cool, that Asha, like it's like sometimes it's important to um, go with the flow kind of a thing, and also at the same time just being cognizant like where exactly you are heading to. That's a very beautiful way of portraying, like that what exactly we should do, especially like when someone is transitioning to the MBA or maybe what consulting to. Okay, like before I leave you, like finally, like that I would just have some couple of 4 to 5 fire chat questions with you, and just before we wrap up this session. Okay.
Hope it is not very tough, because these were
Yeah, yeah.
easy. Now this also has to be easy.
Okay. Okay. So, which college would you choose? IIT Kharagpur or IIT Delhi for MBA?
IIT Kharagpur.
Okay. IIT Kharagpur versus New IIM. Maybe I'm the poor.
IIT Kharagpur. Anyway,
Okay.
any day.
Okay. Mumbai. Which place would you choose to work? Like Mumbai or Pune?
I am from Mumbai, so this is easy. Mumbai.
Okay. Okay. And which book would you like to read? Fictional or non-fictional?
Depends on the day.
Okay.
So fictional most of the days.
Okay. Okay. And you would prefer to a high salary job or job with amazing work-life balance?
Work-life balance. Any day.
Okay, cool, cool. So that's all. Like for all my viewers, and I hope you enjoyed this session. And we have a very amazing and profound discussion with Aashay. And I hope whatever content we are able to fetch it from Aashay, probably it would be helpful for all the viewers here. How it, especially would like to transition from engineering to getting into the MBA and then finding as a consulting role. So that's all. I hope this was fruitful. If you like the content, do hit the like button and share and subscribe my channel. Till then, keep learning and keep growing and keep shining. Have a great day. Bye.
Thanks, Ashish.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having me.